feel about this episode. But you know what, guys? We knew that we would be here, didn't we? We knew. Like, we knew that we would be here. I mean, Jess, I'm beyond shook. Like, I'm so disappointed. Like, Becca, we cried with you. We went through every emotion possible with that girl on Ari's season. And for her to do us like this, it's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Hey, Asia. What's up? Like, I can't believe it. You sent home a young Paul Newman for Encino Man. Like, none of it makes sense to me. None of it makes sense. Eagles, yes. Wait, who just said that? Baked Neon 123. What does the Eagles mean? Did he mean that he has butterflies in his stomach? Like, I didn't know what that meant. That was so weird to me. I was like, Eagles? Do you mean butterfly? Becca's husband. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I don't know if I could give this show any more of my time after this. Like, I am beyond disappointed. And I knew that I would be pissed off. I knew that I would be here with Becca. And yet I still watched. Yes, the Eagles thing. Yeah, was that Becca's uncle who called him a poet? And I don't know what that family saw in Garrett. I don't know what Becca saw in Garrett's family. Did y'all see the part where she was talking about how she is, she's so happy to be a part of that family? I was like, that horror movie family? But listen, that's Becca's family. That's what she wanted. So good for her. Good for her. Her reason, who said that? Asia, her reason for not picking Blake was that they were too much alike. Really? Like, that was her reasoning. She said that we were too much alike, and I still, to this moment, don't know why she picked Garrett. She was saying stuff about his family, and it just seems like Becca picked Garrett because she has a good time with him, and I feel like Blake seems more now marriage relationship, and I think for Becca, she just wants to have fun right now. And that's why she picked Garrett, in my opinion. Because all they do is have fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, you came on this show talking about you wanted a husband. And I don't think she wants a husband. I think she wants a dude that she can have a really, really good time with, that she's close with. But I don't think that she came on this show looking for a husband. I think it's probably a good opportunity for her to have a good time, to have fun. She's doing the PR circuit right now. They're on Jimmy Kimmel. Then they're going to be on Good Morning America. And then she's on the cover of People magazine. Like, they're doing the damn thing and having a good time. So I think that's what's happening. But I don't think that she was looking for a husband, in my opinion. Yeah, she wasn't in it with Blake. She was playing a game with Blake, but I don't think that she was ever into... Oh, who said that Garrett was better in a fantasy suite? Who said that? Mon Bon 8. Maybe he was. I don't know. Hey, boy Wanza. Yep, you did, Robin. You did. You told us every season we get played, and here we are again. I feel like after The Bachelor and Bachelorette, every time I watch, I'm here all the time. I feel like this is my life with this show. I'm always disappointed. I'm never happy. I'm always like, I'm never watching the show again. Then a few months later, I'm back in it, and I can't quit it. But I have to. I got to get myself together. I have to live my life. I have to live my best life. Everybody else is living their life. I need to live mine. I can't do this anymore. I cannot. When Blake got out of that dinghy and walked up to Becca, I was like, wow. Like, I can't believe it. Yes, Jess. Blake loves her. Like, he was bawling when that girl let him go. And I feel like he knew. I feel like he knew that she was not going to pick him because he was so in his head the night before. Like, I feel like he knew. I feel like he could feel the distance from Becca, but I just... You know what? Can we also talk about how she allowed him to get off that dinghy, stand in front of her, and say all this stuff about how much he loves her and how much he's so happy to be here with her, and she just let him talk. I'm like, why didn't she stop and be like, you know what, save that. Let's not even go into that. I don't want you. I want Garrett. You can get back on the dinghy. Something. Save the boy. Something. Like, why would you allow him to go through all of that knowing good and well you were not going to pick him? I just, I can't do it with her. Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, Hannah, I feel used too. Yes, Simone, why did they have him out in the sun? He was in like a three-piece suit, like bawling, not from his eyes, from his face, like tears, like sweat is just dripping down the boy's face. I'm like, why do they have to be outside? Is it, I just got back into the show. Is it like a Bachelor and Bachelorette thing where they have to film outside for the proposal? They could film inside a beautiful museum. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be outside. Like, we were all distracted by the fact that Blake was melting, okay? He was literally melting in front of BECCA, and she didn't care. She didn't care because she was picking Encino Man. Like, BECCA, it's you. It's you, girl. It's nobody else but you. You were picking these men. This is the road that you were always going down. Garrett, no tea, no shade. I ain't even mad at the dude about his Instagram. Because I just feel like, I just don't think he know what he doing. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's something up with Garrett. I've already talked about it in my reviews, but there's something going on with him. And so I'm not even mad at him about that Instagram stuff. I just don't think that she knows him, let alone the viewers. Like, I don't know what she saw in him. Maybe just a fun time, but longevity? Like, really, girl? You're going to be raising a whole husband, and then you want to add some kids to it? Child, wouldn't be me. How do y'all feel about Blake as a bachelor? I think I want him as a bachelor. I will watch him. I'm not going to watch Jason. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not watching Jason. I can't. He got on my nerves at the Men Tell All. I cannot watch Jason. But I will watch Blake. I will watch Blake as a bachelor. I'm down for that. That's a good little pick. I could do that because I feel like Blake will give it. He gave it his all this season. I feel like he will give us a good season. And I think he will really have a strong connection with somebody because Blake is just that guy. Blake is like a relationship kind of guy. So I think that he will really find somebody. I don't know if he'll find a wife, but I think he's going to find a nice little living girlfriend. Unlike BECCA, who found herself a whole toddler to take care of. Congratulations, girl. Congratulations. You know what, Nefertiti? I agree. Although I do want Blake to be the bachelor, he doesn't seem to have the stability. He does give me a little bit of ID channel. I got to be honest. I like the dude, but it's just like sometimes I'm just like, okay, you know, a little stalkerish. He does give me that. But I would rather him be the bachelor over Jason. I'm still Team Peter. But I just feel like, I don't know if that's going to happen. I think Rachel tank all of his chances, okay? You know what? Blake would be a pity choice. I will give you that. I get that people will say that, Casey. I do agree. But I think that he will be a lot more interested than BECCA. I think that Blake will be so invested in the women where it has to be the real deal with him. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened with BECCA. I don't know. I feel like maybe we, the viewers, wanted her to pick like how we thought that she should pick, but BECCA is the same girl that was blindsided by Ari. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't seen none of this coming. And I just think that she lives in her own little space and she sees things just her way, and that's fine. It's her decision. But I just felt like the rest of America was watching this like, girl, you here again. You here again. Like, how do you keep on being here? It's you, BECCA. It's nobody else, sis. It's you. Ugh. Jason is too thirsty. I agree. Maviv. I hope I'm saying that. Oh, you think they're going to pick someone from Paradise for Bachelor? Who do you think, Hope? Who do you think they'll pick from Paradise for Bachelor? I don't know. Oh, it better not be Colton. It better not be Colton. Because Mother is crying all over Paradise. So, you know, he fishing for some kind of gig. But I hope it's not The Bachelor because I ain't watching him and his scammer behind. He will, you know what? Blake will give us an unhinged season, but it'll be good TV. What's up, Desiree? I can't watch, Robin says, I can't watch Jason because I can't go through a bland season. Rachel did! Let me tell you something. I didn't agree with Rachel picking Brian. You guys know that I have since come around. I didn't agree with her picking Brian in the end. but she was good TV. That was a good season. I had a really good time with you guys watching the show. I had a really good time reviewing it. I had a really good time on Twitter, like Twitter, Instagram. Everything was popping for Rachel's season. And we were talking all over the place, just having a really good time with that season. Everybody was being interactive. Rachel was being interactive. Sometimes she was being shady and nasty, but, you know, she was giving us something. You know what I mean? And I can't believe that I am going back to that season because she got on my nerves when she picked Brian. I just didn't see it for her and Brian, but you know, my feelings about them have since changed. I guarantee you I won't feel the same way about Becca and Garrett. I don't care what interviews they go on and talk about editing. I don't see it. Becca, you don't know that man. We don't know that man. Something is up with Garrett. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. It is what it is, but there's a huge block being left out concerning that dude. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to try to speculate about it anymore, but there's something going on. And, you know, the producers ain't talking about it. His family ain't talking about it. He ain't talking about it. Becca acting like she don't see nothing going on with him. And I'm like, okay, can we talk to the sister or the mother? Because they are saying they see something. The mother and the sister see something. I need somebody to let's talk about what's really going on here, because you don't know anything about that dude, Becca. Nobody knows anything about him. If anything, Becca fell in love with his family. But it's like, come on, you and Garrett had a really good time. I just see them as like a school teacher and her favorite student. That was a little creepy, but it's accurate. It's accurate. Becca does love the idea of Garrett rather than him as a person. Totally agree. She don't know him. She don't know. She's having a good time with him. She found a really good travel buddy. That's what she found. Oh, Kay, who was Roberto Martinez? Who was that, guys? I don't know that season. Yes, yes, Nefertiti, Jason in the Godfather hands. Now I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't coming around to Jason being the Bachelor, but I would not have been mad at it. But at the men tell all, he got on my nerves. Oh, really, Lauren? Lauren K. Wanta said that Chris Harrison said that Peter was not even in the discussion for The Bachelor. I wonder what Peter did. Like, what did he do to piss everybody off? He must be a jerk behind the scenes. Love Blake's intensity. I do, like, guys, it's entertainment. He gives us something. You know what I mean? Garrett was happy-go-lucky all the time. And then can we talk about how out of nowhere he just started showing emotion and crying? When he was talking to, is that Becca's uncle? I didn't get his name. I was in and out when it was Garrett and Becca. I'm going to be very honest with you. But when he started crying, I was like, what? Garrett, when did you start crying? Like, you cry now? Like, I just didn't understand. And in fact, maybe he wasn't doing it to, like, you know, mislead or take advantage. But for me, I felt like it was very convenient that Garrett started to cry or show this kind of emotion with Becca when it was time to meet the family. Becca was even shocked that he was crying. Her sister told her that he cried. And she was like, oh my goodness, really? You don't even know that this man is crying over you and you trying to marry him? Y'all playing. Y'all playing. Just said, can you hear the difference between the way Garrett talks about her and how Blake talks about her like an equal? Yes. Garrett talks about Becca like she is a neighbor. Blake was really into Becca, in my opinion. I felt that when he first rode in on that buffalo, I felt that he was into her. I really, really did. I don't know what, Becca, it's you. It's you. Hey, Al Boogie, it's you. It's you, Becca. It ain't nobody else. You did not see that dude was in it for you. I don't know. I don't know. And she still to this day don't know what the problem was. And even when she cut him, he was on that stage with her and saying, oh, I'm so glad that you are my Bachelorette. I wouldn't want it to be anybody else. I grew so much from you. I said, girl, he's still working and you ain't even pick him. Sad. It's sad to say, but I don't think that Garrett and Becca will last either. I just, like, even when Becca was just like, oh, we're still getting to know each other. I'm like, what is there to know? Y'all had been on this journey for, what, 11 or so weeks, plus the time that you guys have had when you weren't filming. You know, because when they're not filming after you know, the Bachelor or Bachelorette picks their person. First of all, I never want to hear, I hope you find your person ever again. Like, I'm done. This show has killed that terminology for me. Anyway, after that person picks, the bachelor, bachelorette, after they pick, they have to go into seclusion for a few weeks because you can't see them together. You can't see them out. Like, they have to be hidden because the producers don't want the show to be spoiled. So they're spending an extended amount of time together where it's just the both of them. And y'all still don't know each other. Y'all still have no idea who the other person is. BECCA is having a good time. She is riding this reality TV show wave, and she found a nice little travel buddy to go along the journey with her. That is my conclusion. And it's sad, but, you know, hey, at least we can have Blake as a bachelor. I don't want it to be Jason. I'll take Eric. Eric bigger with the beard. Miracle season with the beard. If he cuts that beard, I don't want him as the bachelor. Who else could I see as the bachelor? Jordan would be... He would be a terrible bachelor because he wouldn't really be in it for love, but he would be good TV. So I'll even take Jordan. I don't want Jason. Jason, he got on, I don't know about y'all, but he worked my nerves on the Men Tell All. And if that is how he's going to be on his season, count me out. Yes! Can we also talk about how this is the last episode and Garrett was still dragging that ex-wife, even Becca's family, making it about her. And I'm surprised that the family didn't see that as a red flag. One, that he was married for like a really short period of time. And even in that time where he talks about being married and getting divorced, he still, to this day, does not take any responsibility. It was her. The family didn't like her. She was disrespectful to the family. They had different values. What the hell are your values? We don't know. You know what I mean? We know what you like and dislike on Instagram, but we don't know your values, Garrett. Who are you? BECCA. She just got a travel buddy. Yeah, Garrett is just weird. Garrett is just weird. I don't know what it is. It's something that is not being talked about. I feel like it's being kept under wraps for a reason. And I don't know if we'll ever find out what it is, but something is up with Garrett. Where's the ex-wife? I was hoping, you know, as messy as these producers are, I was hoping that she was going to show up and just be like, you know what, BECCA, before you get it too in deep with him, let me tell you something. And then I want her to address Garrett. Since you had my name in your mouth this entire season, let me tell the viewers my side of the story. That's what I would have wanted. I feel like we need to hear from this girl because he has dragged her this entire season. Like, she's this terrible person. And I'm just like, again, that's why I thought like maybe something is up with Garrett and she was taking advantage of him or something like that. Maybe that's what it was. That's why the family is so protective and odd with him. Maybe that's what, I'm just trying to make sense of this whole thing, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I really want Garrett's ex to come out and expose him because there's no way that he was the perfect husband and she was just horrid, okay? Because BECCA, you also have to realize the way he's talking about her now their relationship ended, honey, you better hope that you and Garrett don't end because he'll probably talk about you the same way. And Garrett is a little gossiper. He always is ready to say something about an ex. He always got some tea about an ex that he done messed with. So you better hope that if you and Garrett don't work out, he don't run to People magazine and give them a full page spread on how nasty and terrible you were to him. Okay, sweetie? When you sit up there and you listen to him dog that ex and you take everything and you believe it as truth and you haven't met that girl, you don't know the situation, you better hope and pray to God you won't be next because he's a little gossiper. He likes talking about the ex-women in his life. Yes! Yes, Nefertiti. The one serious conversation that they were having, Garrett deflects and starts talking to dolphins. BECCA, I don't know. Guys, I'm telling you, when this season started, you could not have told me that Garrett was going to be in the end. I would have never thought that he would have made it that far. I didn't see anything. To this day, I still don't see anything. Like, we don't know anything about Garrett, and we can only blame so much on editing. Yes, I believe that editing was a factor with Rachel and Brian because I've seen multiple interviews with them saying that a lot of their stuff was cut out because, you know, the viewers, the producers have to make a show. So they were misleading us to think that it would be her and Peter, and then we get this whole gag at the end where it's her and Brian. That made sense to me that certain things would be cut out, right? I get it. Rach, with BECCA and Garrett, I felt like we all knew that this is where we would be. We were all pissed off, and we were just like, just in case this girl gets some sense and pick Blake, we want to be there for the journey, but unfortunately she picked Garrett, and I don't know what she saw. I don't know what I don't get it. You know, it's, you can be a fun person, you can be a really youthful adult and still have a good time. You know what I mean? Still be serious about your business, but you know, still have a good time, still talk about dolphins, still want to dance and plant roses and tomatoes. All that stuff that Garrett does is fun. I get it. I totally understand. My problem is he's so childlike 24/7, to the point where I just, as a grown woman, I don't see husband material. I don't see you're such a better choice than Blake. In my opinion, I didn't see it. I didn't see what BECCA saw, and maybe that's why I'm not the Bachelorette. But let me tell you something. If I was ever the Bachelorette, that season would be popping. And y'all would not be sitting on Instagram Live pissed off because I picked the wrong choice. Please believe my season will be off the charts, okay? All men need applaud. Yes. Good credit though. My season's gonna be the season of like good credit, because at the end of the day, I got school loans, and you know, I'm trying to get my credit together. I can't be with a man that's building his credit. Your credit gotta be there if you're gonna be my bachelor. Let's talk. Yeah, you know, me too, Jess. I wasn't interested. Like, I took some notes because I am still going to do a review of this after I get off of live with you guys, but I just was not invested. After she broke Blake's heart, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like listening to BECCA. I didn't feel like seeing her and Garrett. You know what? Can I tell you, even the viewers in the audience, like the audience was just like, they weren't feeling them either. It was, you could hear a pin drop. I felt like the audience was the same way with Ari and Lauren. Is her name Lauren? That blonde heifer that he was cheating on BECCA with the whole damn time. When it was them two, I felt the same way with Garrett and BECCA. People were like, you know, trying to be supportive, but you know, you could tell that the audience wanted her to go a different way. You know, what I'm trying to say. It was just, they were very quiet a lot, and I felt like they only applauded when Chris kind of like pushed them to applaud, but the viewers really wanted, especially the viewers in the audience, in my opinion, from what I observed, really wanted her to be with somebody else. With Blake, they really went up for Blake, which is why I think he may be the next Bachelor, because he had a really great response when he came out there on stage. I just wish he would have spoke up, or maybe they didn't turn on his mic, but I was struggling to hear Blake. I was like, what are you saying, baby? Huh? Your heart is broken? You love her? Like, what is going on? I really don't know what Blake said, but I know he was heartbroken. But I think that he's doing better. I think that maybe they did put a little bug in his ear that he may be the next Bachelor, because he was handling everything really well. Like, he was dealing with it very well. Even when Chris asked him if he was still in love with BECCA, and he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, you moved on, Blake. Okay. And he's looking good. I think it was Jess who sent me a picture of him on Instagram. Okay. Baby looking nice and cut. Okay, little Paul Newman. He's cute. He's cute. I wouldn't mind him being a Bachelor, but they would just have to tell him to stop being so emotional. Hey, 29 Animox. I hope I'm saying that right. He can't be emotional on his season. Robin says, did you see the Ari mess and then... Did you see that Ari mess and then we get this petty choice for the Bachelorette? Hell no. Stop choosing people from the past. Yeah, same. Like, let's be real. We didn't want BECCA as the Bachelorette. No shade, BECCA, if you're watching this. She wasn't our choice. We were all going with like TRC and Kendall, somebody else. Ain't nobody say BECCA. But after how she got dumped on national TV, we all kind of knew that they were going to give it to her. And, it's not that we were excited, because BECCA just wasn't that interesting to watch. And it's okay. It's no shade or anything against her, but it was still just like watching paint dry. It's like, oh, girl, give me something. And she just doesn't have that in her. And that's okay. I'm getting off topic here, but I just thought about it. Can we talk about that weave ponytail? BECCA's weave ponytail. I feel like they took a whole bundle out of the weave pack and just put it on the back of her head, because it was so heavy. It was so even. Like the ponytail was ate up in the back. And she like couldn't turn. Even like when she was turning her head, it was so much hair. I was like, why? Why would y'all put a whole horse on the back of Becca's head. It was so much weave. It just didn't make any sense. Oh, I watched that ponytail the whole time. Like, why does Becca have so much hair? She went from having like really thin hair the whole season to like coming out here with Garrett with this ridiculous Rapunzel weave ponytail that wasn't even even. The hair wasn't matching. It wasn't blended properly. Oh gosh, I just, the girl, she deserves better. Whoo! But I still want Blake as the Bachelor. We'll see. Yes, Ray Ravis 7. I feel like Garrett brought up her father strategically and basically said so on the show tonight. No one caught that. I did too, but I've been taking a lot of heat for calling out Garrett and his manipulative ways. But I did also feel like he was using her father in a way, to me, that I was uncomfortable by how he was using her dad all the time. And I'm like, you never met her father. You know what I mean? Like, you knew that that's a place that would get right to her heart. That he also knew those tears were going to get that guy, her uncle, whoever, in that sweater, because he couldn't have said that stuff to her other uncle. But he got that other uncle that looks like he's an art teacher. He got straight to his heart with all that. I think he's a poet. How? Because he said something about eagles. Like, what are you talking about? He seemed very manipulative to me when he was meeting with Becca's family, and I guess they didn't catch it because he seemed so innocent. But I was just like, nah, those tears and him talking about her father, to me, I felt like he was using it strategically. I didn't think that that was something that Garrett really felt. It didn't come off that way to me. I don't know. Maybe it was, right? I'll give him that. But it, to me, was very convenient with how he was using his language and his tear ducts when he was meeting with Becca's family. Guys, we haven't seen Garrett cry this whole time. All of a sudden, he gets in front of, Becca's family and he's crying. Becca was shocked. She was like, he cried? Like, who is this dude? Child. It's definitely Becca. Like, the way she chooses these men, it's her. It's her. Like, we all felt so bad for her. And then we get to the end of the journey and we're just like, girl, it's you. It's you. It's not Ari. It's not Lauren. It's not the Bachelor producers. It's you. It's you. You had all these great guys. Well, she had a couple. She had one great guy. She had one great guy and she chose Garrett. And I'm not saying that Garrett is an awful dude. I'm just saying we don't know him. Like, there's nothing. Who can tell me anything about Garrett? Like, we know nothing about him. And even when Becca was talking about him, she still don't know nothing about the dude. We're still getting to know each other. What do you know about Garrett? What? Absolutely nothing. We don't know nothing about this guy, and she picks him. Okay, girl. Y'all going to give me a more interesting Bachelorette after this. Like, I've given too much. I've given too much to be strung along. You know what I mean? Maybe Sienna's in a relationship. I don't know who else can come out of this. Maybe the next Bachelorette will come out of Blake's season. I don't know, but we're going to have to do something because y'all can't keep on giving us these mediocre, like, we the viewers, Bachelor Nation did very well. We hung in there for 11 weeks with Becca as the lead. We did very well to get this ending. It's unfair. It's unfair. It really, really is. Not for how much we the viewers have been given this show. Like, everybody was struggling. And, a lot of us, it took us a long time to finally say something because Becca is very sweet. She's a very nice person. And you don't want to say anything to, seem like it's against her. But, a lot of us had to be honest with ourselves and just be like, you know what? She's boring. She's boring. You know what I mean? And we still stuck in there because we liked her and we wanted her to have a fairy tale ending. And for her to sit up on that hot island in the Maldives or Deves, whatever that place is called, because I thought it was the Maldives, but she kept on saying Dives, whatever. For her to sit up on that hot island, okay, and that crochet and sequins dress, a mess, a hot mess, and send Blake home and take Garrett, who was like struggling. Did y'all see how he was like struggling to like hug her and touch her? It was so weird when she was like, we're getting married. He was like, yeah. And he didn't like know where to touch her. And I I don't know. Congratulations. Congratulations. I don't see it. I don't see it, but you know what? Congrats. I didn't see it for Rachel and Brian, right? But look at them. It's still going strong. I think they're actually going to make it work. I think they're going to get married. I'm happy for them. If I get an invite to the wedding, I'll let y'all know. It's Hollywood. I could probably get an invite. Let's tell the truth for shame the devil. Everybody want to be a star out here. And that's another thing. Becca and Garrett are moving out to LA. Does Garrett know that LA is liberal? I'm just saying. Is he ready? Is he ready? Because, woo, it's blue out here, baby. I hope he's ready. But they're trying to move out here. That's what she said on the show, that she was going to move out to LA. The only people who move out to Los Angeles are people who want to break into the entertainment industry. So that's what's going on. And I think that's especially what's going on with Becca. I really, really do. Like, I feel like for me personally, I thought that she was the real deal. And I don't have a problem with her doing this either. You know, I don't have a problem with any woman securing a bag, you know. So don't take it like I'm saying anything against her securing a bag. I'm not. But I thought that she was really in it to get a husband. That's why I was really invested in her relationship with Blake. I felt like maybe me and Blake were on the same page where we thought that Becca was really here for a relationship. But I really think that maybe she just got caught up in the rapture of Bachelor Nation and the celebrity and the benefits that come with it. Because why are you moving out to LA? To do what? Like, to do what? Where's that minivan and all them kids gonna go? Like, why are you moving out to LA? You want to break into the entertainment industry. You want to do something concerning entertainment. So yeah, Becca is, she's riding this reality TV show wave, and go ahead, sis, secure the bag. You had me fooled. I'll give you that. I thought you wanted the husband, and then you went and picked a whole toddler. So I don't know. You know, maybe she wanted the husband, but maybe somewhere during the show she was just like, you know what? I want to be a single mother. Let me pick Garrett, because she got to raise Garrett. She's going to have to raise Garrett. A whole man at the age of 29 still needs raising. She's going to have to breastfeed, burp, and feed. Like, she's going to take care of this dude. Garrett is a dude that needs to be taken care of. He is just not... He ain't there yet. And I don't know if it's because his family has protected him so much. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But Becca is going to have to deal with that crying sister-in-law. Like, this is the life that she chose for herself. We saw that family. And she said she wanted to be a part of it. Okay, girl. Do you? Garrett does like fishing. Fly fishing. And changing diapers. That sounds like... No shade to anybody who fly fishes, but Garrett keeps on bringing that up like that is going to be a part of their daily life. That sounds like torture. That sounds like torture, and I guarantee you, if that is the life that Garrett really wants to live, then him and Becca are not going to make it, because Becca is caught up in the stardom of what The Bachelor brings. She is caught up in it, and if Garrett wants to live some small town life right away, he not going to be the partner for Becca, because she hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. This girl is going to ride this wave. She's going to secure the bag, and I'm not hating. I just don't think that Garrett is going to be able to handle that. He don't seem like it. He keep on talking about his traditional values, and I'm like, well, what the hell are your values? Tell us. He keeps on saying it. My ex didn't fit with the traditional values of my family. What is that? What are the traditional values? You have not once broke it down. Is it because it's hell of offensive? Like, I don't know. I'm just guessing. And that's the problem with Garrett. You just guess because you don't know who he is. So I don't know what his values are, but obviously the ex-wife didn't abide by those values. So I don't know if Becca going to abide by them. We will see. Jasmine, Danielle, I did think that Blake was going to pass out. And like, why? Not only was he in a three-piece suit, he was in a thick suit. Like, the suit was so thick, and I'm like, why did y'all make him do that? He would have looked so sexy in like a nice little linen shirt with some, like, you know, cute little dark linen pants and no shoes, and just walked up to Becca. I don't know why she was in a ball gown. It didn't make any sense to me for the location. Like, it was odd. It was really, really odd. Why would they put them both on such heavy material in, like, the equator? Because that's essentially where they were in the freaking equator, and they have them on like fall prom gear. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, Bachelor Nation peeps, Garrett is weird. I know Robin CN is in a relationship, unfortunately, so she might not be our Bachelorette. But who knows? Because word on the street is these bachelors and bachelorettes, right before they get picked for this show, they dump whoever they with. There's always an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend who comes out and is always ready to speak to People Magazine and say how they were dumped before so-and-so got on the show. So who knows? We do. We need some entertaining bachelor and bachelorettes. The problem is it's the contestants who are vying for the attention of the bachelor or the bachelorette who have been more interesting than the bachelor or the bachelorette that has been chosen by the network, by ABC, or by the producers. And that's the problem. Like, your leads are not interesting. That's why your show is like off and on with people, and the people who are watching it are just really dedicated to the show, but you're not bringing anybody new. Like Rachel brought a lot of new people to the show, or people who had not been watching for a very long time back. I was one of them. She brought me back because she was very interesting. Even in her interviews, I was like, who is this chick? So they're not giving us interesting leads anymore. I can't believe that they chose Ari. I don't know why they did it. I felt like maybe he was a last minute pick because Peter wasn't playing ball, because Peter had it in the bag. I don't know what he did to Mike and everybody at Bachelor Nation on that freaking show. I don't know what he did to them people, but Peter was the next bachelor. I don't know what he did, but he pissed them off and he lost that rose. So I don't know what happened there, but I feel like the only person who was available was Ari. And so they took him on, but that was a bad choice. We did not like Ari at all. We weren't attracted to him. We couldn't see ourselves in this journey with him. We knew that all the women were just lying to be on the show. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. And then to give us BECCA, no shade, who none of us asked for, but we had to deal with her because we all watched our heart get broken. Like, we all watched Ari played her, and we felt bad. So when they announced her, we were like, oh, okay, you know what, it's the right thing to do. But it wasn't what we wanted. You know what I mean? So I feel like we the viewers deserve to get a bachelor or bachelorette that we want. Now, Blake, yes, he is a lot. Degrassi Blake is a lot. Good TV. Good TV. Blake will be having a breakdown every other episode. He'll be falling in love, wanting to get engaged every other episode. It's always going to be something new with Blake. It's always going to be something new. He just got to turn down the ID channel and stop the whining and speak up, and he's fine. He's fine. Jason, I can't see it. I can't see it with Jason. I really can't. I was trying to see it because a few of my subscribers were really into him. But after the mental law, I was like, oh, hell to no. She wants the part too bad. Jason was thirsting for that role. And I'm like, I don't know. I was more interested in seeing Jason's brother and his partner give him wisdom throughout the show. Like, I would have been interested in that because that would be something new that we haven't seen on this show. But at this point, I don't want to see Jason as the bachelor. I'll take Jordan, who I know is only there for the cameras, over Jason as the bachelor. Who else do you guys think? Hannah says, can we get a bachelor or a bachelorette that we actually want? I don't know. Because Mike don't listen to us. He does not listen to the viewers. He's always on Twitter asking, who do you want to be the next bachelor and bachelorette? And we always are giving him suggestions, and then he goes and picks some dude at the gas station that nobody knows. So I don't know. Yes, baby BECCA, no trees. Baby BECCA is in a very happy relationship. She loves it. Well, he's all over her Instagram. She's messy too, but she's messy in a good way. I like her. I like her energy. I like how she speaks out and she does not play the game. She's good TV. I don't know. It's unfortunate because she won't be in paradise because she's in a relationship. So I don't know in what stage we'll see. I think with these interesting characters that Bachelor Nation has, I think they need to stop making shows where people are looking for love. And I think they just need to, at this point, make it about money. You know what I mean? Like, they need to start using these characters and putting them on like a game show where they compete not for love, but they compete for money. You know what I mean? Put them on teams, have them do strategies. These people are interesting enough where ABC, or at least the Bachelor, producers or whatever, can use them in different areas. Like, I don't want to see Jordan get in a relationship or fall in love. I'm not interested in that journey with him, and I don't think he's there yet. But I would love to see him on a competition kind of show, like The Challenge, you know what I mean, on MTV, where MTV just uses all their stars from their reality TV shows and they put them in these challenges and have them compete and create these teams for money or whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing that with Bachelor Nation. You know what I mean? Like, let's not have them compete for people's hearts anymore. Y'all got enough of those shows, you know what I mean? Let's start having them compete for money or charity or something, because they have some good characters. They really, really do. They have some good characters. I would love to see Jubilee. I would love for them to bring Jubilee back. Yeah, she would be. She would do really, really good. Maybe she'll come back. Who knows? Yes, Simone. That dress was horrid. That finale, just as that finale dress, it had wings on her top. Yeah, the sequin, it was, that dress was really weird. Cause when it got close, when they closed up on her, I was just like, is that crochet? Is the top crochet? We're wearing crochet in 2018? Okay, Becca. She did, Becca did try to be lively tonight. And it's true, a lot of people didn't approve of Garrett. So maybe that's why she was doing a lot of the work for him, and speaking a lot and trying to make us believe that this thing is real and that they're solid. Girl, do you. But I didn't believe it. I didn't care. I didn't really care about their relationship at that point. I will say this, though. They did a good job with the whole Instagram drama. They really, really did. I think they got ahead of it. They addressed it. And I don't think there's anything else to be said. You know what I mean? Garrett is not going to say, those Instagram likes represent who I am. Especially not when he's in the public eye. Especially not when he's on a network that is backed by freaking Disney. He's not going to say, oh, those Instagram likes are who I am. I want to throw Mexican toddlers over the border. Like, he's not going to say that. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's anything else to be said. He's never going to admit that that is who he is. He's never going to admit that he liked those things because that's what he believes. So I'm like, just let it go. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it's okay, but they got in front of it. They did the PR, ABC PR or whoever they use really got in front of it. They addressed it, and I was just like, you know what? Okay, that's all that needs to be said about that. And Becca let us all know, I'm going to support my man at all costs. Like, I don't care. Because this is the thing. That whole Instagram thing, for me, blew the ending of the show. I knew that she chose Garrett with the words that she chose to defend him. I was like, that is a woman sticking up for her man. Even though she said she left stuff out, she was too lenient, far too lenient on that whole fiasco concerning Garrett for me not to believe that she did not pick him. I was like, oh, that's her man. That is her man. The way she responded to that drama, I was like, okay, girl, thank you for letting me know who you picked. I don't agree. We need like some kind of diversity. If it's not cultural, give us personality diversity. Like somebody who was fun and interesting. And, you know, the most interesting thing about Becca was that she always jumped on the men. Like, not even if she didn't, like, even if she didn't like him, she still jumped on him and wrapped her legs around him. I don't know what that was. I don't know if the producers were telling her to do that, but it got really uncomfortable after a while. I'm just like, is she gonna jump on another man? Like, it didn't sit right with me. After a while, I was like, girl, this don't make no sense that you keep on jumping on these men like you 5. You know what? Watch me change in 2018. I agree with you about Garrett. I do. I think there's something going on there and they don't want to address it. But I feel like if there is, I think that would be an interesting storyline for Garrett. That would be so interesting that this man who has dealt with these disabilities and had these issues was able to come on national TV and find love. Like, I would love to see that But ain't nobody saying nothing, so we don't know. At this point, he just seems very immature, so who knows? I felt like if Blake won, they would have gave us Garrett. I really, really do. Which is why I think we're going to get Blake, because who else could it be? Who else could it be? I feel like at this point, they were throwing Jason to mislead us, but I think the next Bachelor is Blake. I really, really do. If you just even look at the social media response, like, Blake is taking over Twitter tonight. You know what I mean? So I think that that's who our next Bachelor is. He has some maturing to do. I hope that he takes my notes. Okay, watch this live, baby. Speak up. Stop acting like a stalker on the IG channel. Don't do the whining. Let things just happen. He doesn't know how to just ease into the moment. Like, you know, I just want Blake to just be cool, be chill, have a good time, enjoy and explore. I think that maybe if, like, when he's the Bachelor, if he is the one that has the attention on him, he doesn't have to do the pursuing, maybe we'll get a different side of Blake. I think he's a different kind of dude when he's pursuing. So when he's not pursuing, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested to see the women that will be on that show. That will be on his season. It's going to be interesting. I'm Team Blake all the way. I would watch his season. I won't watch Jason's season unless we got some messy chicks on that show, because I just feel like Jason wants it too bad, and I think that he'll just be doing stuff just to have a season, and it won't make any sense, but he's like a ham, so he'll do it, and I'm just getting that from the Men Tell All. But that's the only two people I can think of since it doesn't seem like the Bachelor producers are going to do anything with Peter. So ladies, we got to let it go. I don't think we're going to get Peter ever. We got to let it go. And I think they're probably going to pull Peter and like give us Peter 10 years from now when nobody cares. like with Ari, when nobody cares about Peter's season, then they're going to give us Peter, and none of us are going to care, and he's going to be like in his freaking 50s, and all the women are going to be like 19. It's not going to make any sense. So that's when they'll probably give us Peter. But ladies, we got to let it go. They ain't giving us Peter. Anyway, y'all, it's late. I still want to finish my review for this episode, and I got a couple more reviews to do that I want to get up to you guys. So let me get off of here. It was good talking to you guys. Let me try to get a few more, like any questions or anything, let me know. I want to try to get in some more before I get off of here. Oh, you know what? Watch Me Change in 2018. I was thinking they would pick Kevin too, because he's doing a lot of crying. First of all, he is doing a whole bunch of crying on that Bachelor in Paradise trailer that they showed. That season is going to be good, guys. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. If I have the time, I will go live after every one of those episodes, because it seems like we're going to get a juicy episode every Monday and Tuesday night from that season. So I'm interested to see what the Bachelor in Paradise is going to bring. But maybe we'll get a Bachelor from that part of Bachelor Nation. If we do get a Bachelor, I don't want it to be Kevin. I'm sick of Hercules. I just feel like he has oversaturated himself within Bachelor Nation, so I don't want him for anything else. Like, he needs to take a chill pill and, you know, pause on being available all the time for any Bachelor show. But if I can pick a Bachelor from that season, I would say, if you're going to give me a Bachelor from the Bachelor in Paradise at this point right now, I would take Eric Bigger with the beard, or Kenny. I think he'll have a good story. He has his daughter who he'll be crying about every episode. He'll do all that wrestling, because, you know, corny Kenny will do that corny wrestling, and it'll still be adorable because it's Kenny. So I would take him. I would take Kenny or Eric Bigger with the beard for the Bachelor in Paradise. As of right now, I don't know. Maybe my feelings will change tomorrow when I watch it. But as of right now, just those two. Who do you guys think would be the next Bachelor? Or who would they pick from Bachelor in Paradise? Let's talk about it. And that's all I can think of. Yeah, Eric Bigger, Kenny. Oh, Peter. I wanted to be Peter, but he's just not cooperating. And it's probably either Jason or Blake. But I feel like, guys, Jason is number one. I mean, Blake is number one. I think he's going to be our next Bachelor. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with crazy ID channel Blake. No, Des underscore C underscore. If Kenny gets some chapstick, he could be a good bachelor. You know what? Solomon Mangali, Ben Higgins has had enough chances. We're done with Ben. He's a sweetie, but Ben needs therapy. Ben needs therapy. This whole Bachelor Nation has really done a number on him. I don't think he can handle it mentally. I don't think that Ben is prepared to be the Bachelor again. You know, he was too young the first time around. I don't think that he can handle it again. Joe. Oh, yes, Nefertiti. I totally forgot about Joe, but Joe blew his chances at the Men Tell All. He was so quiet, but so fine. Joe with that natural curl, I hope he never cuts and presses his hair. Like, Joe, don't perm that hair no more, baby. You look so good with those natural waves and that tan. But I think he found love in paradise. I really, really do. I think he found love in paradise. So I don't think he's gonna run it, but I would love Grocery Store Joe as the Bachelor if he had a little bit more personality. I'll even take that accent, okay? And that accent was a lot for me. And I'm from Philly, okay? So I know about them accents. But that hard Italian-American Chicago accent was a lot for me. It was too much Mob Wives for me. I was like, okay, I don't know if I could take 11 weeks of it. But after seeing him on the Men Tell All, I've changed my mind. So we'll see. I still think it's Blake's. Yes, Nefertiti, he does have a forehead curl pattern. Ooh, Mberry12 says maybe they will have 2 bachelors and have the women choose on the first episode. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Maybe they should do something like that. I feel like the formula is getting a little tired. It's getting a little tired because they are giving us bachelor and bachelorettes that we are not asking for. They are showing up. We are asking for spaghetti and they are showing up and giving us hamburger helper. Like, this is not what we asked for, but this is what they're giving us. So we'll see. We will see. But I'm Team Blake all the way. I hope he didn't blow his chances tonight because he was not speaking up, but he said some great things about BECCA. So we'll see. Are we going to get a square-headed young Paul Newman as the Bachelor? I can take it. It's either him, Grocery Store Joe, Eric Bigger with the beard, or Kenny with some chapstick. Those are my choices. I'll take them all. Yes, Jess. Benoit. Yes, Jess. Benoit. I would take Benoit as the Bachelor over all of them. Benoit was perfect. I felt like he was ready. Benoit deserves. So I'm down with Benoit. If Benoit is a choice, you can count me in. You can count me in. But I'm telling y'all, I'm out if it's Jason or if it's some Bachelor from when they were doing The Bachelor in the 80s. I can't. No, I can't. If they pull somebody who has been on The Bachelor more than 10 years ago, nah, not even 5. Nobody can remember that far back. Like, no, we can't. No, Give us somebody fresh and fun with a personality that can hold a show. This is the only show where the lead doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, the lead just doesn't matter. The lead could be boring. They could not give us anything, and they will still pick them to hold to helm their freaking show. I don't understand. I do not understand. Like, the leads from now on, guys, come on. Come on, Mike. You got to pick some interesting leads. We want fun, spunky people that we want to follow. Like, you know what I mean? If you have a lead whose Instagram followers has not grown since this show, you got a problem. They're not interested. We want to know more about them even after this show ends. Like, people are still sending me stuff about Rachel. That's how interesting she was as the Bachelorette. No shade, but I think after tonight, ain't nobody going to talk about BECCA but Jimmy Kimmel. Okay. SpongeBob Square Blake. Oh, Nefertiti. You wrong, but that was accurate. He got such a square head. What is that? Team Jason. Nah, Steven. No, we don't do no Jason over here. You know what? Let me tell you something. Watch me change in 2018. I would show up for Benoit. And I don't even like him like that. But he seems like he will be such a great husband. I'd show up for him. I'd show up for him. No more country singers, please. Yes, next season, no more country singers. No more listen, this show tours America all the time. We're done. We can tour another part of America, or we could just get out the freaking country. It's too much. Please don't. Some real, you know what? I won't do that. Country music is real music. But I think we're done. We're done with the country music. Yeah, I'm down for Benoit's The Bachelor. Anyway, guys, I could talk to y'all all night, but I really got to go and finish this review. I'm going to load this on my YouTube as soon as I get done, and then I'm going to load my review for this episode either tonight or tomorrow morning. Look out for that, and then I will see you tomorrow night, Tuesday night, for Bachelor in Paradise, what we all have been waiting for. I cannot wait. I will see you then. If I can work this YouTube right, I will start going live after that, because it seems like it'll be the easier option, but we'll see. Anyway, I love you guys. Get some rest. Thank you for joining me. Totally appreciate it. Love all the support you give me.